Hi, welcome to another episode of Silver Fox Scotland. I've got my magic bullshitometer here, and I'm going to point it at the story I'm about to read you. Boom! 48. And it goes up to 20. Wow, we are off the scale here, folks. Because the bullshit I'm about to read you, it's nuclear. It is 15 megaton of bullshit going off all at once. It's end of the world bullshit levels. It really is. We're going to talk about the weirdest, creepiest, crawliest, smeg-filled, horrible indentation in a dog turd of a human being that is Maggot Chapman. And I can't believe what I'm about to tell you. Right. She has said, and I'm not lying, this is the narcissism of this nasty, nothing person, the absolute ego of this loathsome creature. She said that she is so popular among her constituents that some let her into a lift first. I'm not making this up. This is what she said. I'm so popular with my constituents, they let me in the lift first. No, they're letting you test the lift, you daft bint, in case it's broken. I'm hoping it's broken. They just don't want to get in a lift with you. They'd hate to be trapped in a lift with someone as obnoxious and hate-filled and disgusting as Maggot Chapman, a woman who wants to cut the ghoulies off children, you know? She says that they go around, she walks around town and that, and people praise her for her good work. That's those inside voices again, isn't it, Maggot? No one in the real world, that ain't the words that are coming out. That may be what your little brain is hearing, but that ain't the words they're telling you. They're telling you very, very different words, I think. She's bonkers. She's mentally subnormal. She needs to be locked up for her safety as well as the safety of children in Scotland. Now, she is battling to save her seat because there are others in the Greens who want her seat. There are others, of course, outside the Greens who want her seat. They want her gone. Nearly all of the Greens, of the current Greens, their MSPs, are facing internal battles. And they're all squabbling around like rancid little ants, aren't they? This disgusting mess of a party. They've only ever won seats in the list vote, and unfortunately they're likely to win them again. But they are absolutely loathsome. If you peeled open the top of her head, you'd see a mass of rancid, maggot-eating, dog-turd festering shite masquerading as a brain, and you can tell that because of what comes out of her mouth. But it's the same with all of them in the Greens. They're all weird. You've got you got Jeffrey, right? Jeffrey, who is so gum, she's going to blow £1 billion because I can't have glass. And for a hobby, swings around on ropes. Dangle by one would be better. You've got the imp, who thinks everyone hates him. Kind of right. But who's always pushing the same agenda. You've got the embryo, who nobody listens to. He pretends that he's a big old man. I'm a big old man. But I'm just going to have me mummy. I want to get some bitty. You know, what a wanker. They're all mad. They're all bonkers. They're all evil. They're all fucked up human beings, really. They fuck you up, your mum and dad. Well, in his case, they certainly did. But in all their cases, I mean, let's face it, Ross Greer, bullied at school much? Yeah. But why is the maggot so nasty? What's wrong with her? What is actually wrong with her? There's something inside her that is broken. Now she says, I'm so popular. No, if you were popular, you'd have won a constituency seat. Now, of course, she's been embroiled in endless, numerous scandals. But she's now got a guy called Guy Ingerson, who's challenger. He's a Green. He wants her job. He's a local sort of activist. He says he could do a far better job. Shave a monkey, put it in a suit, and do a far better job. And he's accused her of being bullying. Say it ain't so. Say that nasty, vindictive piece of human shit isn't a bully. Yeah. He submitted an official complaint. He's put one in to the party. She allegedly contacted his actual job of work, to complain about him. That's what she is. But she's boasting about, oh, I'm well known in the community. Well known in the community doesn't make it a good thing, you know. Crippen was well known in his community. He did less harm than the Greens. Said, I was in Dundee several months ago with my partner. So, not married. Let's face it. Who'd marry it? So, to pick up some second-hand chairs. Second-hand chairs? You're a highly paid woman. What are you buying second-hand chairs for? We were entering a lift and told the people inside to go ahead, but they said, no, we couldn't possibly let the lift go without letting Maggie Chapman get on, because of all the work she's done, all the good work she's done. I want someone who's a doctor in Scotland, near where she lives, to please go along and examine her. And if necessary, give her the meds she obviously needs. She's absolutely off her trolley and living in a completely delusional world. I mean, people who think like this, first of all, people who talk about themselves in the third person. Oh, I was just saying, Maggie Chapman would never do that. Well, you're Maggie Chapman. Why didn't you say I would never do that? Yeah, but I got to talk about myself in the third person, because if I talk about my first person, that means it's me. And I loathe me. I'm shit. Honestly, talk about yourself in the third person, sign of madness. She said, and she started talking about, moaning on about the reform, saying, well, reform are a challenge, but I'm sure we'll see them off. She says, we want to save the planet. If you truly want to do something good for the planet, Maggie Chapman, resign. Tax the rich. There aren't any rich. They've all fucked off, love. We want to support LGBTQ plus people. You mean paedophiles. She spent the last 4 years supporting people across the North East and have fought for community voices. Community voices are the ones in the street telling you to fuck off. But in your mind, you're hearing, you're doing such a good job, Maggie Chapman. Lunatic. Thanks very much. Bye.